Hello friends, and welcome to the Peacock Homestead. My name is Elizabeth, and yes, it is snowing. It is the end of March and it is still snowing. In this week's video, I have a small grocery haul from Aldis. I'm going to be making homemade medicinal cough drops, showing you a couple homestead meals, and I'll be making English muffins, sourdough English muffins, and a few other fun things. Starting with the grocery haul, I had gotten a few things to stock up my freezer and whatnot, and I got some hamburger, which was $10.71. I got some boneless thighs, they were $8.76, and then I got a little thing of bananas. Those were $1.34, and this ham I can use for breakfast and sandwiches and whatnot. That was $8.08, and I have heavy whipping cream. It was $5.29. The milk was $2.83. These little pretzels are awesome. They were only $1.89. And then my Chex Mix was $3.96. Romaine lettuce was $3.39. These convenience rolls were $2.65. I was going to use these for sandwiches. We're going to have egg salad sandwiches for dinner one night. And then I splurged on this Stewart's ice cream, and I'm going to be making my own version of a shamrock shake. And this yogurt was $3.75, and altogether it was $55.48. And that's it for my little Aldi's haul. And I was proud of myself. I didn't even go down the aisle of shame. That saves quite a bit of money when you don't go down there because there's so many cute things. On this night for dinner, we are going to have sausages with a little bit of rice, quick rice, and some of the black beans that I can in 2023, and I'll show you that. But these are just going to go in the oven at 350 degrees until they're done. I just split them open in the middle and make sure they're not pink. But this is the chicken flavored quick rice that I got at Walmart. And these are the beans that I canned around, it looks like December of 23. These are my convenience rolls, coming in handy, even though I'm using some of my goods that I already had in the house. I'd save a little money. But the only thing that I did to flavor these is I put chicken bouillon spice, and sometimes I put a little bit of chili flakes, and they're really yummy that way. Everything turned out wonderful, and this is what dinner looks like. I got the quick rice, my black beans that I canned up, and the sausages that I had gotten the last grocery haul. I got that all plated up with my rolls, and I'm going to be putting some sauerkraut on mine. So that's what mine looks like. It was super delicious, and then I added mustard after. I forgot to video that, of course, but I had canned this sauerkraut. I steam canned it in this pickle jar, and it was really such a fun experiment. They turned out great. They sealed, all my jars sealed, and I had a couple experiment jars, but that's the one that sealed really well. This week I made my husband some granola. I'm going to be putting the recipe in my blog soon for this. Because it's in a video, but it's hard to find sometimes when people ask for it. So I'm just going to end up putting it in my blog so you can reference to that if you would like to make it. On this night, I was feeling like I wanted some sustenance, but I didn't want to work too hard for it. So I have a few eggs in here, and I have some bread that wasn't getting eaten up, and I'm going to make some French toast casserole. So I have a few eggs in there, and I'm putting a little bit of cinnamon, and I put milk in there as well. And I'm just greasing up my pan with my beef tallow just so it doesn't stick, because if I didn't put that in there, it would definitely stick to this glass pan. So I'm just filling up the pan, and I'm going to cook this for about 40 minutes at 350 degrees. And don't forget the butter. I put a few tabs of butter in there so it'll be nice and buttery. So when it comes out nice and warm, you can just add your maple syrup or a little bit of canned jam or jelly that didn't set, and it'll be perfect. It would make a really delicious fruit sauce. I've done that lots of times. I'm going to pop this in the oven, and we're going to enjoy our French toast casserole. And this is what it looked like. It turned out really nice. It's nice and crunchy and crispy on the outside, and perfect like a little French toast cake on the inside. So I'm gonna get that all plated up, and then we're gonna enjoy that for dinner on this night. I didn't have to work too hard to make it. All I had to do was put it together and just pop it in the oven, and then you have a wonderful dinner. So I wanted to show you this awesome drying rack I got from Amazon. It is really huge. It looks like a big caterpillar, but it has lots of different compartments, and then the bugs can't get to it. And it would be awesome drying all your flowers. Like if you wash all of your herbs and stuff, you can dry them outside and hang them on your clothesline. It would be amazing. And they came with these little nippers, so when I go foraging, I'll be able to bring those. I thought that was really cool. A little hook so I can hang that right on my clothesline. I couldn't wait to show you this recipe. This is my homemade medicinal cough drop recipe. It is super simple. I have some German chamomile here. I have some lemon balm that I ordered. I'm going to be growing some this year because I like it fresh as well. I have some honey, and I have 1 lemon. I'm only going to use half of that. And then I have some cinnamon. And then I have my little steeper here. And we're going to get going on making these cough drops. So I steeped my tea all together for about a good 15 to 20 minutes. And I'm going to have the recipe on my blog, and I'm also going to go through it with you right now. So I am just putting 3/4 cups of the tea, and then I just decided that I was going to double it. So I am going to be doubling this recipe, but I want to give you the recipe for just one batch. And I didn't really count how many cough drops I made, but it made a ton. So I'm going to use equal parts honey to tea. So you're going to need 3/4 cups of honey as well. One thing that I would really love to do is learn how to beekeep, because this honey is like pure gold. We go through so much of it, but of course I do have to do a lot of studying, and I'd have to get a mentor, and I'd have to watch a lot of YouTube videos on keeping bees and get all the information that I can before I'd even think about keeping bees. But that is something I am definitely interested in. And you're going to boil this for a while. I boiled it for at least a half an hour, and then it's going to be so you can't stir down the bubbles, and reach 250 to 300 degrees, and it's going to look like this. And then you are going to add your 10 drops of essential oils, and I'm using lemon. It has to be non-therapeutic. And then I'm just taking a little teaspoon and I'm spooning it out quickly, because once it cools down, it gets really hard. Once it starts cooling down, it gets super sticky and hard to work with. This is extremely hot, so I'm just trying to be careful not to burn myself. But aren't these so beautiful? I love these. They tasted so wonderful, and I could taste the lemon in them. I'm sprinkling a little bit of arrowroot powder all over them, and I'm going to store them in the refrigerator in a nice cool dry place, and they won't stick together. If they do stick together, I would wrap them individually in parchment paper. And this night we were craving shamrock shakes, so I decided I was going to get the ice cream I got from Stewart's out, mint cookie crumble, and some milk, and just whip it up and have our version of shamrock shake. I'm going to get it all in the blender and then get it in our little mason jars, and we're going to enjoy these for the night. It was super delicious. Look at that color. I did see a lot of people making shamrock shakes, and I said I'm going to bite the bullet and we're going to make our own version. And it was definitely worth it. I think we'll be doing that again someday, since it was super simple and easy. And here we go. Just a little bit for Tom and I is all we need. And we had leftovers. And it was super filling, but super delicious. This week I decided I was going to try a new recipe. And I got this recipe from Lisa Bass over at the Farmhouse on Boone, and it's in her new book, Daily Sourdough. It is the English muffin recipe. It is a sourdough English muffin, and they turned out so wonderful. I'll be making this recipe again and again, and it's so useful. You can make breakfast sandwiches with them. That is what I did on this day. So I made my English muffins a little bit thicker than I wanted to, so they turned out really big, and then I started getting better at it, and I made them medium size. So these are a couple of the really big ones, and I had to let them cook for a while on medium low because I didn't want them to burn. And I wanted to make sure the insides were done. But look how amazing they are, and they tasted so delicious too. I tried my English muffin with a little bit of the peach jam that I preserved last fall. And look how beautiful that is. It has nooks and crannies. Of course, I had to put a little bit of butter underneath, but that was really good. I can't wait to make another batch and just make the shapes a little bit better. As you can see, the different shape variations. But that didn't really bother us as long as they were cooked. They're going to be toasted as well. And then I'm going to start on my eggs. So I'm going to cook Tom a couple of eggs and make us a breakfast sandwich. And I put mine in the freezer for later, but I was going to show you his. And this is my new cast iron pan. It is working out amazing. I used the beef towel and I heated up my pan first, and then I added the eggs. That is the trick to getting it nice and warm and adding enough grease. Now here's our little breakfast sandwich all put together. Of course, I put some butter on there. I'm showing you the nooks and crannies, even though I cut it with a knife. And it is ready to enjoy. As an herbalist and a Mother Nature lover, I like to tread softly on the earth. I love using natural cleaners. I don't like using all the harsh chemicals that have horrible smells and you have to wear a mask to clean with them. And I love things that are safe around animals and children. These 5 natural ingredients are baking soda, and then I also have lemon juice, castile soap, distilled vinegar, and I have my homemade vinegar that I use for cleaning as well. My first recipe is just going to be for cleaning windows and glass. So I'm making a lavender vinegar. I'm just infusing these lavender buds with a little bit of vinegar in a quart jar. I'm going to let it set for 6 weeks, and I'll have this wonderful smelling vinegar that will be awesome for cleaning glass surfaces and windows and whatnot. In this recipe, it's going to be a bathroom kitchen scrub. I have some baking soda, and then I have just regular bottled lemon juice. I have castile soap. You can use any scent you want. And then I'm also going to be adding a little bit of white distilled vinegar in it as well. I just have the 5% distilled vinegar. And then I have an empty plastic container that I'm using. And we're going to mix it all up, and it is going to look like a paste. So I'm going to have these recipes on my blog as well. I am adding 1 cup of baking soda, around about, and then a teaspoon of each. Lemon juice, castile soap, and distilled vinegar. And I actually use this to clean my stove out, and I'm going to be showing that. And it worked really amazing. I wiped the top, the sides, and I cleaned the inside, and it smelled really good, like lemons after. But I left my stove really greasy after I cooked eggs this morning, and I'll show you how that comes right off. Let's see what that looks like. Looks like kind of a really thick paste. And I'm going to label it and put the date on it. And I'm just going to store this underneath my kitchen sink. You can also use this on shower basins and bathtubs and whatnot, and your kitchen sink. I'm going to be cleaning my stove with it right now. It's nice and thick, perfect, exactly how you want it. And it worked really well on the oven window too. It got all that baked on grease right off. And I would just let it sit for a little while. You can let it sit for 20 minutes, a half an hour. But I just got right to it because I wanted to show you guys how amazing it cleaned my stove. And I have to really work off the bottom because I have some baked on grease down there. But I did the sides and the back, and then I got going with some old-fashioned elbow grease on this, but it turned out really nice. For the last cleaning recipe I have for you guys, I'm going to be using some Castile soap, and then I have some laundry booster. It's a super washing soda, so that's going in there, and a little bit of lemon essential oil, and I'm going to be using hot water as well. I'm putting about a tablespoon of the washing soda, and then I'm putting about the same amount of Castile soap, a tablespoon, and 10 drops of lemon essential oil. And I'm just going to add the hot water. And with this, I washed my walls with it. I'm going to wash all the little outlets that have dirty fingerprints. And I washed my doors and all the little baseboards on the wall. And then I washed around my windowsill, and it smelled, again, wonderful, just like lemons. And everything was so fresh and so clean. My dog, blessing, whenever she's happy and had eaten her dinner or breakfast or whatever, she rubs her face and her little fat butt all down the wall. So I'd like to get that all cleaned up. Here for the windows, I'm just going to be using my homemade vinegar. It works really well. This is my banana mint vinegar. It is not what you expect it to smell like, so it smells really wonderful. I love the smell of this. It is one of my favorite vinegars that I make. But I'm just going to give this window a nice washing, and then later on I'll go outside and wash it. I need to use a ladder, but it works so good. I love using all my natural cleaners, and I'm going to have all the recipes in my blog, thepeacockhomestead.com. This is one of the packages I got this week. I ordered this amazing convenience tea. It's called Paris, and it has a wonderful fruity flavor. It is one of my favorites. I noticed that I used the last one the other day, but it is so delicious. It is a fruity black tea with bergamot oil, my favorite. And I wanted to show you guys that I got these at the Dollar Tree. They were 4 packs of seeds for $1.25, and that is such a good deal. So they're 33 cents when I just went the other day. I got more as well, And I got some peppers and stuff, but I got some thyme, I got some green onions, I got some morning glories and cilantro. I'm super excited about these seeds and I can't wait to plant them. And I finally got my Backwoods Home magazine for this month. I'm so excited. There's so much good information in here, and it is useful just having something in your hand to read, and you just can put it away for later. I love that. And these are some of the seeds that I had bought just the other day. These are some pepper seeds I got from the dollar store. I have thyme and lemon balm in this one. And here I have some Swiss chard. And then in this one, I have some radishes. So I'm super excited about this. These are the ones that I got from the Dollar Tree, and we'll see how they go. I just want to say thank you so much for watching my video. And I hope you all are having a wonderful week. Many blessings. And I'll see you on the next video, friends.